Y'all, we're so excited to have you guys here tonight. Thank you for taking some time out of your night to come and listen to our hearts. And we're so happy to have you here. We are kicking off this webinar. We titled this Picking Your Path and Finding Your Purpose, right? And tonight you're going to hear from a few ladies, myself included. We're going to be sharing our stories with you guys because we all come from different paths and we finally found our purpose. And so we know there's so many people out there that maybe are on a road that you don't really necessarily love, whether that be in your health and fitness journey, in your career, in your financial state. It could be all different aspects, right? But we wanted to share our stories with you guys and kind of give you some top tips on how to find your purpose and pick your path that's going to like fuel your soul, right? So my name is Jessie Burr-Boudreau. For those of you who don't know me, I will share a quick intro to who I am and my story, and then I will shoot it over to Megan and Allie so that you guys can hear from them. But I am 29 years old. I say recently married. We got married a year ago, almost this month, which is crazy. And I'm a full-time health and fitness coach. I started, let's rewind 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had just graduated college and I was broken, guys. I thought I knew what I wanted to do the rest of my life. I wanted to be a wedding planner. That's what I had gone to school for. And, graduated college and started wedding and event planning. And if you guys have ever planned a wedding, you know that it's a little stressful, right? But planning it for other people is even worse because you become that punching bag. You become that person that has to take on not just the stress of planning, but like the stress of the family drama and all the things, right? And at the same time, not only was I in this industry that I thought I was going to love, but didn't really love, I had also gained a bunch of weight in college. And I always say I gained like the sophomore 40. So I was struggling with my health. I was struggling with my finances because wedding planning doesn't really pay the bills. I was struggling with like waking up every day and not feeling like I had a true purpose. Like I wasn't really helping anyone. I was just kind of going through the motions. And that's really like where I was at 5 years ago. And I knew that I wasn't made to live that way. I knew that I was made for something so much more than just paying my bills and working my butt off and working every weekend, and dying eventually, right? Like I wanted to feel like passionate about what I was doing. So fast forward 2 years into I started my health and fitness journey because I knew that I needed to work on myself, and I started coaching and helping other women do the same. So fast forward 2 years into coaching, and I was still, or a year and a half, I was still working my wedding planning job, and I went through something kind of traumatic that made my eyes open up to like, your life is short and you're not promised tomorrow, and like you need to get your ish together, Jessie, because if you're not living your purpose, what are you living for? I had a very close friend of mine and his dad were murdered unexpectedly in their home. And it was traumatizing, you guys. Like, not just like a acquaintance. Like, this was a really, 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 really good friend of mine and my husband's. And it just kind of hit me really hard the day we found out. Obviously it was traumatic, but like it hit me hard that like I was going and working every single weekend in a job that gave me zero purpose and gave me zero passion, and taking time away from the people that I loved most. This person that I would do anything to get that time back with him, right? I was taking time away from these people that I loved most to go do something, to go work for someone that I didn't really enjoy working for, and doing something that I didn't love. For what? For what? I can never get that time back with him. I can never have that time back with him, right? Guys, can you mute yourselves as you're hopping on here? I can never get that time back. And that was a really big wake-up call to me to say, you know what? You need to be doing something. If you're going to take time away from the people you love, you need to be doing something that fuels your freaking fire, right? That needs to fuel your soul. And that's kind of when my path changed from being broken, being in debt, going to a job that I hated, to saying, you know what, I'm changing this because I have the power to, right? And that's kind of when I fell into coaching. So that's my story. That's kind of what woke me up to finding my purpose. So I'm going to shoot it over to Megan, and she's going to tell you guys her story.
Hey guys, so my name is Megan White. I am from South Dakota. If you don't know where that is, it's the middle of the US. And I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 3 toddlers. Yeah, send help. And I am just going to kind of take you back about 7 years ago. And hopefully this doesn't get too long because we don't want to be here all night. But I was working, let's see, I'm a physical therapist assistant by trade. I went to school for that. I was one of those people, like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for. I think from like the age of 15, I just wanted to be a mom. Like, I thought you could just like stay home and get paid to be a mom. I wanted to do that and wanted to become a mom my whole life. And that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I went to college not really knowing what I wanted to do. I knew I loved helping people. I knew that I wanted to make an impact. I knew I was never going to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. But I knew that I was made for more. Like, if you've ever felt like that, like, you know, that feeling like in your gut that you just don't want to keep going through the motions. And I didn't want to do that. I'm the type of person, I thrive off of a challenge. I thrive off of friendly competition. I thrive off of, you know, creativity and impact and leadership and really just finding my voice and like stepping into your power. Like, I thrive off of that. I graduated from college, moved back home, and I loved my job. In rehab, I was a peds therapist and I loved it, but it didn't, like Jesse said, like, it didn't bring me fire in my belly every single morning. We were going through some moving changes and planning a wedding, and I went through a little slump of depression. And I just remember sitting back or sitting on my couch in our house that my husband had moved back home because he started working at his job, and we were renting out our basement to like 3 college girls. Mind you, I was not in college anymore, so I was very annoyed. And I just remember, like, I thought it was normal to drink a bottle of wine a night. Like, I just thought that was normal because it was numbing, that uncomfortableness, that depression, that lack of fulfillment. And I kind of feel like shameful saying that out loud because I never said that out loud actually before. And like, whoa, what's happening? Why am I getting teary-eyed? Hello. Woo. So, whoa, damn, where did that come from? So okay, here we are, real life. Okay, pull it together. Come on, here we go. Look alive. All right. So, if you know that feeling, you know why that like triggers me. You know, like, if you know that feeling of like numbing and finding some vice to like just numb, just to get through like your day and like your night. Holy crap, you guys. I'm like, I don't know if it's like hormones or what. So I thought that was normal and okay. I didn't feel okay, but I just kept doing what I was doing. I had a job. I kept going through the motions, and I just never felt fulfillment. I never felt like I was using my creativity. I never felt like I was making an impact. I was bored and depressed, and I had plateaued physically. And I just was like, I felt stuck, right? Like, I just felt stuck. And so fast forward, I found fitness. I say this all the time, fitness saved my life. It saved me. And I attribute a lot of where I'm at now. I've been through pregnancies, postpartum depression, and anxiety, significantly worse every year and every pregnancy. And fitness has saved me. It's pulled me out of this hole that I felt like I was in quicksand, and it essentially saved my marriage too. I found passion and I found purpose and I felt really good working out and I felt really good inspiring other people and motivating other people just naturally. Like I was just doing it naturally. I got certified to teach fitness classes, and it's funny when you work on your mindset and you're no longer in that space of lacking fulfillment and lacking purpose, your body changes. And I kind of put two and two together just this last year after going through this significant postpartum depression and anxiety with my third baby. And so since I got started in the community and just being supported and being really pushed and challenged, I have found a whole new level of purpose and passion and excitement and fire in my belly. And I really truly feel like life's too short. Like Jess was saying, we've all been through our own crap. We've all had, shit happen to us. My husband's a funeral director, so like we deal with death every single day. And it's just a reminder and a perspective shift that like tomorrow's not promised and we're gifted every single day. And what are you doing with it? And I just felt like I didn't want to waste it. I just felt like I want to make moves and move mountains and make waves in the world. And I want to bring everyone along with me to feel this as well. So I don't know if you can relate, but sorry about the crying. My gosh. Okay. So Allie, you want to share your story?
You're totally fine, girl. Like, I get it. I'm pregnant right now, so I'm like hormonal AF. So I get the hormones. But hi, I am Allie, and my face is really big, so you can see my third eye and then my fourth forehead up here. So we're just gonna ignore that. Like I said, I'm pregnant, and just shit happens. So I am so excited to get to share my story, and I'm a little different. Like, I feel like I never really had a purpose in life growing up. Like, I never felt like I was important. I never felt like I was going to do anything big. I literally just felt like I was here to exist. I always felt like I was a letdown. I was always like this overachiever trying to get my mom's attention because my dad left. And then, my mom never gave me attention. And so I just never felt like I was wanted or I had a purpose in life. And so it just really made me kind of rebel. I just developed really bad eating habits by like just eating my feelings and just eating just to feel something when you're so numb. And I don't know if any of you guys can ever relate to that, but sometimes I literally will just eat food just to feel something because everything in my life just made me numb. I was at a job I hated because I didn't go to college. I lost my mom when I was 18 years old. So I went straight into high school to adulthood like that. I didn't have any choice. So I didn't go to college. I went straight into the workforce trying to make something out of my life and trying to figure out what I wanted out of this life. And all of a sudden, I still did not know. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate. Like, college is not your path. Like, that. And that's okay. And that's awesome. But you're like, so if this is not my path, what the hell am I supposed to do with my life? Because there's no other option, right? Like, you're conditioned as a kid. You go to school, then you go to high school, then you go to college, then you get a job, then you marry somebody, then you have kids. And then all of a sudden your life's turned upside fucking down. And you're like, well, now everything's screwed up. So I might as well just give up. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what route you do things, no matter what you're doing, you're never too old or too late to find a purpose. I did that, and I freaking just went into the motions of working and getting a job and living for the weekends. And I was like, there has to be more in life than this. And right after my first baby, I fell in love with these at-home workouts. Not the nutrition plan, not the shakes, nothing like that. I refused to drink those. But I fell in love with the community because it made me feel like I was wanted. And that's something I yearned for in my entire life, from my parents, from anyone, is just feeling like I was wanted and feeling like I had a place. And that has always been my mission on my team, is I want every woman to feel like they have a place sitting there especially waiting for them. So they feel like they have that purpose, that they are wanted, that they do belong. And so if you ever felt like you don't belong or you don't have that purpose, like I'm here to tell you, you can find it. It just takes getting uncomfortable. And I, in January of last year, decided, you know what, it's like, I'm sick of staying in my comfort zone, because my comfort zone has gotten me depressed, suicidal, 300 pounds. It got me feeling like I was a worthless piece of shit, feeling like I was a crappy mom, feeling like everybody in this world would be better off without me. And so I was like, so what if I just get out of that comfort zone and I just try something new and I just figure another route out? And you know, it's sometimes when you do the things you never think you're going to do ever in life, that completely change your life and completely make you a better person. And it's something that you never thought you wanted is everything you needed. And that's exactly where I was in life, is I didn't know I needed this until I had it and I couldn't let it go. And then I finally found a purpose, and it was making other women feel like they belonged and helping them not feel what I had to feel. And so I just found hope in that, and I found strength in that. And I knew that if I could never find a place in this world that I could perfectly fit into and that I could feel like I belonged and I could feel like I had a purpose, then I was going to create it. And I think that's just one of the most beautiful things about this job that we have, is that we do get to create that purpose, and we do get to create that place where we feel like we belong, and we don't have to act like anybody else but ourselves. Because I am a very loud and very obnoxious, I will go to that length. I am very loud and very obnoxious. I cuss like a sailor, you know, but I say y'all so much. And so it's like I'm a Southern belle with a feisty attitude. And a lot of people, that's a little too much. But for my people, it's just enough. And it's something so refreshing to not have to be something but who you are. And I think there's so much purpose in that and so much power in that, that you don't have to no longer condition yourself for the corporate, right? You don't have to act and dress. And like, I literally have no bra on and no makeup, and I am sitting here hosting this call and doing my job with my third eye. I don't even give two fucks, because that's how much purpose I have in this. And so, you know, I just want you to think like, what you're doing right now, would you be willing to go in at 7:30 at night if you had to? Would you be excited to go in at 7:30 at night because you knew you had to be there? And if the answer is no, then what's stopping you from trying something that could potentially make that answer a yes? You know, it's just all the unknown. And I know the unknown's scary, but the unknown is exactly where your life changes. If you stay in the known, your life's never going to get better. It's just going to stay stagnant. And so there's something drawing you into this. There's something drawing you away from what you're doing. And so I really ask you to hold on to that, because you will find purpose in the pain that you've gone through. You will find purpose in the unnorm, because it can completely change your life, like it has mine, as well as these other women. And I can promise you, each of us never saw ourselves here, and now we can never see ourselves away from here.
Awesome, Allie. Thank you so much for sharing. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So we wanted to give you guys the top 3 tips that I know each of us have done to help us find our purpose and our path. You guys, the path that we're on, it might not be the same path that you want to take or the same path that's right for you. But I know that these 3 things have truly helped me find my path and figure out my purpose, and has really just changed my life. So I'm going to give you some 3 tips, and then I'll shoot it over to Megan as well. So the first tip that I have for you guys to finding your purpose in this life is investing in yourself. Okay. And when I say investing in yourself, this can be done in many different ways, right? The first thing that has completely changed my life and really helped me hone in on like figuring out what I wanted to do with my life, because like I said earlier, you guys, I was working a job that I thought I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But then when it came to that point of like, this isn't something that I actually love. This isn't fueling my fire. This isn't something that I want to go to at 6:30, 7:30 at night that like I'm excited to do, right? This isn't something that's helping me find freedom. It's just making me miserable. And so investing in myself, like I wasn't doing that. I wasn't taking care of myself physically at all when I was working that other job, right? Like I wasn't, because I was working all the time on my feet for 18-hour days sometimes, not eating right, not fueling my body right. So the first thing with investing in myself was like, I needed to take care of me physically and mentally. I needed to take care of me so that I could be better for my family. I know as women, and I'm not a mom, but I know you moms out there are freaking superheroes because you have to take care of someone else's life. Like I have a dog, and that's enough work for me right now. But the point is like, in order for you to take care of other people, you have to be your best self. So my number one tip for you is invest in yourself. Invest time in yourself. Take time to take care of you physically and mentally. And I do that with health and fitness. You heard a lot of different stories tonight about how health and fitness has been the thing that really kind of got us here. But taking care of ourselves physically was number one. We had to take care of ourselves physically because we all know like endorphins make you happy and exercise gives you endorphins. And it's the same from Legally Blonde, like you don't kill your husbands when you're happy, right? And it's so true because you're taking care of yourself, you're feeling good physically. So then you start like, even if you're at a job you don't love, even if you're at a career that you're not passionate about, or a life that you're not truly passionate about, when you start taking care of yourself physically, you become more passionate about what you're doing, right? You react to things differently. You are not as snappy with your husband or your kids, right? When you're taking care of you. So that is my number one tip, is invest in yourself. Get in a health and fitness regimen if that is what you need, an area you need help with. Get into personal development, you guys. I could literally talk to you for the next hour about personal development and how it's changed my life. And I was that person that was like, I don't have time to read a book. I don't need that woo-woo stuff. That stuff's not going to help me. You guys, listening to 10 minutes a day of some type of personal development has completely changed my life. It's made me a better wife. It's made me a better daughter. It's made me a better leader of my team. It's made me a better just person, right? And I'm like way more positive than I ever have been before. And so anything that comes my way that isn't the best, like is a little bit of negativity that comes my way, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Like I don't let those vibes sit here because of personal development. So that's my number one tip for you. Invest in yourself. Take time to fill your cup so that you can be better for other people. Okay. It's going to help you figure out that purpose. It's going to help you feel like you have a purpose because you're taking care of you. You can't take care of you, or you can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself first, right? The second tip is pay it forward, you guys. If you are starting to take care of yourself, why not help other people do the same, right? Why not help pay that forward to make other people feel good? That is what we need more in this world. There's so much negative crap out there, right? Bullies and just negative Nancy's and all bad things that are going on in the world. If you turn on the news, it's all you freaking see, right? Like you want to be that shining light for someone else. So pay that forward. Help other people. Be kinder, right? Be happier. It's going to make you feel way more purpose driven. Like I know when I started helping people with my coaching business, I felt like I had a purpose because I was helping someone else, right? I wasn't just like sitting on the sidelines working on myself. I started helping other people, and that made me feel good because they were coming to me saying, oh my gosh, you're helping me do this. You're helping me gain confidence. You're helping me find me again, right? And that just made me feel good, which made me in turn want to help more people. So pay that forward, okay? And then the third tip is find a mentor. Y'all, we all need a mentor, okay? We need someone. I have all kinds of mentors, not just in my coaching business, but I have mentors that have never even met me. I find my mentors through personal development. Tony Robbins is one of my mentors. Grant Cardone is one of my mentors. Rachel Hollis is one of my mentors. And these people are living the life that I want to live, right? They're living a purpose-driven life. They are changing the world. And I want to change the world. I want to make an impact on someone's life. So I knew that I needed to find a mentor that was living the kind of life that I wanted to live and follow suit, follow what they were doing. If they were reading personal development and taking care of themselves, I was going to do the same. If they were paying it forward, I was going to do the same, right? When you find a mentor that can help you figure out the path that you want to go down and figure out like your purpose and what brings you joy and what brings you fulfillment, it will change the game for you. That and the community, like I say, find a mentor, but find a community too. Find a group of people that is going to lift you higher, that's going to make you happier, that's going to help you become the person that you were meant to be. Right? I know that I've created an amazing community within my team and within like the online community that we've created over the last few years, and just seeing other women come together, lock arms, and like help one another out, total strangers, is truly like life-changing to watch these women come in, become best friends, cheer one another on, inspire one another. Like it is just, it's fulfilling, and it helps you realize like you were put on this earth for more than just paying your bills and dying. You were put on this earth to really help one another. That's why that's why you're human, to help someone else, right? That's what it's all about. That's what life is all about, to help people and to make an impact. So I will repeat those really quickly and then I'll push it over to Megan, but you need to invest in yourself. You need to take time to take care of you. Okay. That is number one. You've got to invest in yourself. You've got to pay it forward to other people. And you've got to find a mentor or community that's going to help you stick with it when it gets hard, and help really remind you of why you're in this in the first place. Right. So hopefully these tips were helpful for you to find that purpose, to figure out your path. And I'm going to shoot it over to Megan so she can close us out.
There we go. All right, awesome. So before we close out the call, I just wanted to, I just kind of wanted to speak from my heart a little bit, but we all know where that got me last time. So I'm going to reel it in a little bit. But I just want to really just let you guys know, like Jess and Allie, I can speak for both of them when I say like, we get it. Like we know each of us have our own story, and we're just 3 women. Like we're just 3 women. There's thousands of other women that we're connected with that have been where you are in some way, shape, or form. And we get it. So some of you probably feel like we did when we started. We were kind of hesitant to invest in ourselves, like Jess said, to spend the money, to invest in our wellness, to invest in our fitness, to invest in our nutrition, because we're afraid that it's not going to work, right? We're afraid that it's not going to work, or that we're not going to follow through and do the work. But I'm going to be real for a second and say that you might say that it's time or money, but what we're really probably all afraid of at some point is the commitment to the work that it's going to take, right? If I told you that this would work overnight and you'd be willing to pay 10 times the amount, right? If I told you like, you're gonna, get that quick fix body overnight, you're going to, earn 5 figures overnight, like you would invest and you'd be like, I'm all in. You'd pay for it, right? You'd sell a car if you had to, right? You'd probably sell one of your kids if you had to. Like, I'm just kidding, some days. But if I told you that it would take just as much time and energy as going back to college and getting, that 4-year degree, but you could sign a paper guaranteeing a 5 or 6 figure income, if that's what you want for your life, for the rest of your life, and be able to live a life like we are now, with confidence, with purpose. And I know that sounds cheesy, guys. There's really no other way to talk about this and say this, because that's how we feel and that's what's happening. So you might be on the other end thinking like, I don't even know what purpose means. Like, I don't even know what I would be looking for in my purpose. Well, we didn't either when we started. We didn't sign up saying to ourselves, there's my purpose right there. Like, that's what it is. I'm going to be a business owner, and I'm going to start my own side hustle, and I'm going to, make 6 figures, and I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Like, we just signed up because we needed some accountability. We needed a community. We needed support. At least I did. I needed simple tools. I knew we were going to be starting a family soon and having kids. And I didn't want to get lost in the motherhood shuffle of losing myself and not taking care of myself, therefore not being able to take care of my family and my kids. So if you could live your life now like we are, and bettering yourself every day, and going through that growth and going through those challenges and going through that path of finding your purpose, again, you do it in a heartbeat, right? You do it in a heartbeat. You'd be like, sign me up. If you were as confident as you wanted to be, if you had the body that you wanted to have, if you had the accountability and support, and you had the group of women around you that you wanted and that you felt like you needed, and you were the person that you envision yourself being, you do it in a heartbeat, right? Which tells me you do have the time, you do have the money, because we make time for what we want, and we find the money for those weekly Target runs. Don't even try to play. I can say I've not been to Target in 2 months. Yep. Because I don't leave my house because I don't want to. But anyway, you're just afraid. You're just afraid of failing, and that's normal. And we all went through that same thing too. So I want to tell you something that our push coach has told us many times, tells me and our team. I have all the empathy for your struggles. I have all the empathy in the world for your struggles. I get it. I've been there. The women I talk to, they will tell you, I'm in their head. I get it, and I know how you're feeling, and so does Jess, and so does Allie. But I don't really have sympathy for excuses, because that was me. I was making excuses for why I stayed stuck. I was getting in my own way. I was problem focused and not solution oriented. I wanted something different, but I wasn't doing anything different, right? So at some point, you just have to make that decision to jump. You just have to make that decision to jump in with both feet, go all in, not just dip your toe, but go all in, and just trust the process on the way down, right? Just jump and trust the process on the way down. How much longer are you going to keep making excuses? How much longer are you going to keep watching our stories and our posts on Facebook and us talking about how happy and excited and passionate we are, and how impactful this business really is, and how simple? It's not difficult. It's really simple, you guys. You just have to want to better yourself. You just have to want to inspire other people and help other people, which if you're in a job that deals with people, you're doing that anyway, right? And I'll say something to that also. If where you are right now is your worst case scenario, and you don't get started because you're afraid to fail, where are you going to end up? You're going to end up right back to where you started, right? So you're already living your worst case scenario, right? When is it your turn to write your story? When is it time to stop watching all of our success stories and the women that we're partnering with and linking arms with? When is it time to start writing your own story? So whether you join us or not, I mean, we're not here to get you to join us, right? Our obligation is to share our story, and we're so excited to pay it forward and so passionate. And that's why we get on these webinars, and that's why we just share from our heart and make those posts that we make, because we just want to inspire that one other person, that one other woman who's sitting on her couch feeling unfulfilled, had just gotten off work, is exhausted, now has to make supper, going through the motions, only has a couple hours with her kids at night to turn around and go to bed and do it again the next day. If we can just reach that one person, we've paid it forward in some way, shape, or form. But just know, whether you join us or not, we're still here to support you. We're still going to love on you and believe in you. And if now is not your time, it might be later on, right? It might be later on. So from here, I just want to give you a couple call to actions, I guess you could call them. I want you to think about if you're number 1 or number 2. If you're number 1, you are somebody who is interested, who maybe wants to work on their own wellness, who wants to maybe get in shape, lose some weight, tone up, lean out. Maybe you want to just feel better on the inside. Maybe you want more energy and you want to stop chugging coffee all day long. Maybe you want the community and you want the support and you just want the accountability with your fitness and your nutrition, and you want the meal plans and the grocery list and the recipes, and you just want to really get back on track with yourself and pull yourself out of maybe the hole that you tripped and fell into. You're number 1. If you're number 2, you're that person also, but you catch the vision. You know that there's a butterfly and a fire in your belly that tells you, like, I can do this. I'm made for more. I want to see what I can make of this. Whether, it doesn't matter if you want to replace your full-time income or not. If you love your job, great. That's awesome. Most people don't. So consider yourself very lucky. This can be on the side. I worked 3 jobs when I started, and I did enjoy one of my jobs. The other 2, not so much. But you just never know what can come of it. And it can be something that you have on the side. It can be something where it's a little extra cushion, maybe right now around the holidays for Christmas. Maybe it's a little extra cushion for those bills that pile up that we shove off to the side and pay at the last minute. Maybe it's just to save for something fun like a family vacation. Whatever your goal is, we're running with you. We're linking arms and we're running with you. And you're number 2 and you're like, yes, I want to do this. I want to jump in, see what it's about, because I want to get excited and fired up and passionate about something bigger than what I'm doing. So if you're 1 or 2, just get with your coach or whoever invited you after we're off here and let them know if you're a 1 or 2, and they'll get you some more information. And, you know, if you don't join us at all and you're just here for support, thank you so much. We love you and we appreciate you being here and just listening to us rant. So I think we're going to do, let me see, let's do like some prizes. Should we do like a giveaway? Guys, Allie, Jess, should we do some prizes? How do we do this on here when there's so many faces? Should I just swirl my mouse around and then stop it on somebody?
Well, let's do, okay, so we really want to encourage y'all, like, if you're really, like, you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to hop in, I'm ready to take life by the horns, and I'm ready to stop making excuses that I'm too busy, I'm, you know, I have too much going on, the holidays or whatever. So for the first 2 people that sign up tonight, we are offering our Mama Crack or unicorn powder or whatever you want to call it. It's basically your lifeline to doing life. And it's something that all of us take religiously. I know before I was pregnant, I would do it like twice a day. I'm not even going to front. Now I have to watch my caffeine, which really sucks. Kind of pregnancy takes the fun out of life, but you get an awesome reward at the end. So we really want to reward those who are ready to take life by the horns and really, you know, sign up and whoever it's with. Like, I don't care if it's with me or with Jesse or with Megan, whoever invited you. But we're going to do that for the first two people that sign up tonight. And then we can also do a little prize. So as long as you sign up before Sunday, we will be shooting you over either a fun care package or a gift card, whichever one you would like. So you get to choose either an Amazon gift card or like our success pack, which is like everything we love in life, all wrapped up in a package and sent to you. So, and I'm pretty much talking for both of them, so nodding their head and agreeing with me. So we're good. So as long as you sign up before Sunday, you're going to get something, but we really want to encourage those that sign up tonight. And this is a $50 value. So you're going to basically get your superfoods and you're basically going to get your containers and everything free with this $50 value that you're going to get if you sign up tonight. And then the one by Sunday is only going to be a $20 value. So if you're like sitting here wondering like, if this could be me, or, okay, this might be me, or, you know, like, I don't know, like, just don't stop thinking and do. Like, at the end of the day, there's no risk in starting this business. I love to tell everybody that because there's really not. You have no startup fees. You have no business overhead. You have no employees. You have no debt that you're going into. Literally, the only investment that you're making is that investment in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself enough to make that investment, what are we saying to ourselves, right? So you have to think, if I'm willing to invest $100 in a Target trip, but I'm not willing to invest $150 in me, what am I telling myself? Then what am I telling my kids? Because that's the thing that's the thing that I thought about before I joined was, if I'm saying I'm not worth this money, then what am I telling my daughter that she's worth? Or what am I going to tell my husband that he's worth? You know, we have to believe that we're worth as much as we're giving to them. And so that's the kind of real reward we want to give people who are ready to do this, because y'all, this business is a no-brainer. Like, honestly, it is. You have no, like, I can continue to talk about it, how much of a no-brainer is, but at the end of the day, you're only investing in you, and you're only going to pay as much as our clients pay, but you get to start a business that has the potential to grow to 6-7 figures. I mean, so tonight's the night. Like, carpe diem, find your purpose, and let's seize the mother day. Okay, I'm done.
All right, you guys. So what we'll do, if you sign up tonight, invite whoever invited you here. It doesn't have to be me, Allie, or Megan. We know that there's some other coaches on that are part of our teams, and some of the group that we are part of, some of their teams. So it doesn't matter who you got invited by, okay? Reach out to the person if you're ready to sign up tonight as a coach. Reach out to the person who invited you here, and what we're going to do is the first 2 people that drop their confirmation of their sign up we have an event page for this. If you're not part of that event page, make sure you reach out to the person who invited you here and they can drop it in there. But we want that confirmation of you guys signing up. The first 2 people who do that, you'll get the Mama Crack / pre-workout. It's going to be a tub of it, you guys. You're getting a full month supply, right? Like, not just like a sample. Like, you're getting a tub of it, all right? And then same thing for those who sign up by Sunday. We'll give you like a little care package from us to you, or a gift card like Allie said. So we need the confirmation though that you guys signed up, so we know that who to send it to, all right? Does anyone have any questions before we close it out? We've got about 10 minutes left. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions if you have questions, and we'll open it up. If not, then we can let you guys go. I want to respect everyone's time. I know it's a random Wednesday night at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock-ish. So I know you guys probably have things to be doing, but want to just give you guys the opportunity to ask questions if you have any. Does anyone have any questions that you guys want to ask? Yes, no, maybe so. No? Yes. If you guys do have questions, maybe you're a little nervous to ask on here. Totally fine. But if you guys do have questions, reach out to the person who invited you here, you guys. They'll be able to answer questions. We can also answer them in the event page if you have any more. But like Allie said, like, literally, like, guys, what do you have to lose? If you got on this call because you wanted to find a purpose and you wanted to feel like, you know, you have something to give to other people and you have something that's going to fulfill you, like, we know that this has helped us in so many ways. Like, we could have probably sat here for the last hour telling you guys how much this has changed our life, like, over and over and over again. I can talk about it for hours because it's truly changed and transformed everything about my life. And we love sharing it because we know that it can help you too. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. Ask questions if you have them. Thank you guys so much for getting on. We love you. We're excited to welcome you guys to our teams, and we will see you guys later. All right? Bye, everybody. Have a good Wednesday night.